Where's your crack? Somewhere in your pocket, or where do you have it?
Welcome to the first blue lights ride in Hamburg.
Making such a claim is, in case of doubt, a criminal offense.
Please sit down again. We'll get you an ambulance.
Hello, dear friends of the sun, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going on patrol again, but not in Berlin. We're in Hamburg now that the internship is finished. As a fully fledged YouTube police officer, we're going on patrol with a different unit today. And today, like I said, Hamburg. I'm curious to see what Hamburg has to offer, and if it's better than Berlin. We'll see.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Of course, I'm not out and about in Hamburg alone. Today, I'm on patrol with Jana and Bjarne. I think I can remember that. I'm really looking forward to it. What can we expect here in Hamburg today?
Let's see. So, a typical sunny Thursday afternoon in Hamburg can be anything, from minor offenses to something big happening. We're excited and want to give you a lot to see. Let's see what happens.
We're in Hamburg, Altona. I know the regional studios are just around the corner. I think they always record on Thursdays. Politicians are there. That's where we should go to find enough people to arrest.
We can do that.
I learned in the United States of America that if something happens to you, I need to know where the backup weapon is. Does the German police always carry a backup weapon?
Yes, we have 2 submachine guns with us. They're in our trunk.
Really? Does every German police car have that, or just the ones in Hamburg, or only Hamburg in the north and not in the south?
I assume so. In Hamburg, we all have them, all regular patrol cars that are out on regular patrol duty. I presume regular patrol cars throughout Germany are also equipped with them.
What could we use them for? I mean, sure, if a major war breaks out or there's a terrorist attack. But otherwise, they all just stay in there, right?
Anything where we would somehow be at a disadvantage with our regular firearm. If the person we're facing is armed, especially in terrorism, active shooter situations, or when setting up a distant security line, a submachine gun is very useful for hitting small targets at long distances.
How about we send the cameraman back there and you show us what you can do? One thing I have to say, we have the best weather ever. There are some snacks or something like that by the Elbe. They make really awesome cake.
Then let's stop by there. Or what was your suggestion?
Yeah, that was the suggestion for lunch. A nice ice cream showing our presence at the Elbe.
We'll definitely manage to do that again.
Is the Keys Penny part of our area of responsibility?
That's not part of it.
Oh,
Butter, pretzel, eggs.
Our border is Holsten Street. From here begins the...
The David Watch, the Pega 15 is about to start now. Now it's the Reeperbahn.
this street is called Holsten Street. In Hamburg, you have some streets that are named after breweries.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Hopefully there will be a Mr. Iron Avenue in Berlin someday, too. Very good.
So, as far as I understood, there was a traffic accident involving a bus and a car, and we're supposed to document it now. I think it's not entirely clear where the exact location of the incident is.
It seems like the bus continued driving to the Altona bus station to park there, and the car, the alleged cause of the accident, is no longer at the scene. Whether it waited at the original accident site or simply fled and thus committed a crime, that's something we need to take a look at right now. Hopefully the allegedly fleeing car driver has now reported to the police and wants to come to our station to report the whole thing. We'll just talk to the bus driver now. If we can find him somewhere in this jungle of buses and see afterwards, it probably won't have been a hit and run anymore. If the two of them have already exchanged information at the scene, we'll see to what extent we're still needed. Unfortunately, we can't get much out of the bus driver because she's not very proficient in German. She can't really explain exactly when and where something happened. And it's still possible that we have a hit and run because the supposed other party in the accident still hasn't shown up at the station.
Oh, he said he's coming.
Yes, through his company. Apparently he spoke with his boss and they called us and said that he wants to come to us right away. That hasn't happened yet and we can't wait forever. So for now, we're assuming it's a hit and run. That means we have a criminal offense and we need to measure exactly how much damage we have so that we can compare it with the other vehicle later if necessary and see if it really matches.
And do you always have a folding ruler with you?
We always have one of those folding rulers, so that's what we call a length stick.
Length stick, I see. I'll skip the joke.
I can quickly check again to see if we have any foreign paint residue here.
Silver. Black, oder?
Yeah, she said it was a black car.
Yeah, I did.
We have a scalpel and 2 little bags to take 1 sample each of the original and foreign paint.
Oh, really?
The foreign paint is also contaminated by the original paint.
Ah, okay.
If the other person shows up at our station, colleagues will take a comparison sample to match it without doubt.
Then we'll also drive to the supposed accident site again and quickly take some photos there. So, this seems to be the supposed accident site now. It looks like a bus was parked here. She tried to drive past it. We'll now take quick photos in both directions to complete it.
Work accident.
Where are we going now?
We're going to a workplace accident where at a construction site, a worker is said to have fallen 2 meters from scaffolding and was reportedly unconscious and having seizures. The fire department is sending the ambulance and an emergency doctor, and we're going there to check if there might have been any negligence, for example, if the scaffolding wasn't properly secured or something like that.
Welcome to the first Blue Lights ride in Hamburg. You there on the bike? Get on the sidewalk. Oh, sorry. Hey, if you had artificial intelligence up front that gave a ticket to everyone who's being dumb, right? Every city in Germany would be rich. So the procedure is as follows. You can see it too. There's scaffolding, and apparently a construction worker fell down from 2 meters. He was unresponsive. Blue lips, fire department, emergency doctor, and ambulance already there. Respect. The police are here now to check if the scaffolding was set up properly or if it was more like, hey, you hold it, I'm safe, and then both fall, to see if there was any negligence involved. And I'm curious to see what happens. We're maintaining distance as someone is hurt. We're not the type to just film. We want to understand the situation, offer assistance, and follow the events.
So obviously there's an employee here who was working on the ceiling in the new market and fell backwards off the scaffolding.
Oh, not from out here, but from inside?
No, inside. He was working on the ceiling, took a step into empty space, and fell backwards onto the back of his head.
Ouch.
He was unconscious for a while and is now in the hospital with suspected traumatic brain injury. He's responsive and doing well. The fire department took good care of him. Witnesses on the scaffolding with him were interviewed. Our colleagues will consult with the Office for Occupational Safety and see what they make of it now. Whether a criminal complaint will be filed against those responsible. We'll leave that to our colleagues.
Okay. I thought he fell down here while his co-workers kept working. But the construction has to get done.
It has to be finished, yes.
Where are we going now?
We're going to a call where apparently someone tried to load a wardrobe onto a trailer and somehow the wardrobe fell onto another car. And now we have to find the owner of the other car so that the data can be exchanged for the insurance.
Don't you just leave a note and say, here, I'm Ingo. Or I could leave a note to trick people into thinking I'm giving you my info, but then just drive off.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Basically, that's actually not really a police matter, that's purely civil law. But we'll drive by once and see if we can find the owner of the car. Then they can exchange information and it'll be easier and faster for everyone.
Simply a friend and helper. We're here. So the car got bumped with a cabinet. You have to say it's very exemplary of the young man to say, look, I made a mistake. I want to tell the owner it was me. That's not normal nowadays. We'll look at it soon. What happened here? The mirror. Oh, the mirror. Don't you just wipe it off and say it's fine. Oh, God. Oh, no, man. Of course, we always travel with 2 cars because the social media team follows behind. And yeah, now the one in front looked back and braked. Now the resident. which I think is really nice, put a note here. The police came. A call. Look here. The gentleman lives right here. And now he's showing him like, hey, a shelf fell against your car. What's also great about these kinds of operations is we ask people, can we show you? Yeah, sure. You can show us. It's nothing bad. It can happen to anyone. And I highly praise this honesty to call for help. Feel free to comment man of honor below. How often do rear-end collisions occur due to rubbernecking?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably too often.
Yeah, every now and then. You can find that right here on Stresemannstraße. There's heavy traffic. I've actually had that here 2 or 3 times before.
So, what you can see now is that there's a discussion going on. The rear door is very bent, but it doesn't really make sense that if he just bumped into it at that speed, the rear door would be so bent. To me, it seems like someone is trying to settle an old damage claim at the same time. Now, it's getting a bit hectic, because the question is, how could the car crash in that way given its shape? Sure, there was a bumper hit, but how did it cave in like that? Is the dent old or new? The two gentlemen, of course, clearly say, hey, it's new. He says, no. The police officers say, how is that supposed to work? Because the bumper is like this at the bottom. That would mean everything would have to be pushed in. Now they're going to do another rear-end collision test.
We're not discussing this. It doesn't work.
That's an old damage.
And claiming something like that is, in case of doubt, a criminal offense. That doesn't work.
This car is not responsible for the damage.
So as things stand, there was a heated discussion.
The gentleman from the front vehicle claimed that the bigger damage, that huge dent in the car, supposedly came from the rear-end collision. But that doesn't work simply because of the height. So he would have had to drive into the vehicle much faster, and he absolutely refused to accept that.
And what's the solution now?
We're writing a basic report about a rear-end collision that caused no significant damage, so we're not filing an official traffic accident report. It was obviously just the license plate holder against this rear bumper here that sticks out, but no damage was done. We're writing a brief report about it. We've recorded the data for now. He is now free to hire an expert who will also determine that this car could not have caused the damage. I advised him that if he believes the damage is recent, as the car has only been driven 200 kilometers, he should report a hit-and-run accident at a police station. But we don't have to do that here and now.
But if it was the white one, then he would have had to completely push in this part that's sticking out.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, good.
We tried to explain that to him, but he didn't understand. Okay. He came with his folding ruler and bent it to fit.
A lot of internal stuff was just discussed. Where are we going?
We're going to a dispute where apparently 2 neighbors are arguing, and one of the neighbors, he is
Known for his quarrelsome nature.
No, I think he has 1 or 2 psychological problems. And he thinks that his neighbors, for example, are terrorizing him with electric shocks through the ceiling or the floor. And now he's arguing with one of the neighbors who did that about these electric shocks.
Yes, the police were coming upstairs.
But that's a mobile device that generates electricity, which creates vibrations.
And I slept on my stomach and my heart almost gave out.
It worked all night, only with vibrations, with compressed air, with electricity, and with a magnetic field.
You could hear it a little bit, but still, what happened?
The man alleges that his new neighbor, who has lived here for 8 weeks like the previous ones, is harassing him with electric shocks through the ceiling. And he asked us to remove the device from the apartment.
Did you do that?
Of course, we removed the device from the apartment.
Okay, you just said, we took it out, and he was like, great.
Yeah, and then he said, great. And now we hope that he won't ring the bell anymore. That was the deal. We take the device out of the apartment, and in return, he stops ringing the bell. And now we're keeping our fingers crossed that it works.
Hey, if the problem is solved like that, great.
Yeah, very good.
Let's see, yeah.
It's a typical Section 6A case involving a man who believes his neighbors are using electric shocks through the ceiling to torture him. We have now supposedly removed the ominous device from the neighbor's apartment in front of his eyes, and I hope that he'll be satisfied with that.
We wanted to get food, but where are we going now?
To a shopping street, so to speak, and there's a street musician there, and that's probably bothering a resident, a very specific one. It's always like that at this location that a resident calls. And now we have to check if the street musician is actually allowed to play music there. There are actually quite strict rules in Hamburg, which most street musicians simply don't follow.
First and foremost, one must be musical.
That's the first thing. That's what the law says, exactly. The second thing is actually that, in principle, they're not allowed to play music with amplifiers.
21 for the 612.
And that's exactly what bothers most people when it echoes for hours in the narrow shopping street. That's when people feel disturbed. Personally, I have to say, especially on such a beautiful, sunny day, I would probably stand there or listen myself. In my opinion, that brings life to the city, to the downtown area. Still, the rules are the way they are, and as the police, as soon as someone makes a call, we are obligated to follow up on it.
So we got a call because you play with...
With a soundbox that's not allowed here in Hamburg.
But he quickly understood and all was well.
He was familiar with the rules, suggesting he does this frequently.
It's a love-hate thing. Some residents love it as it enlivens the city center. Other residents feel annoyed, especially those with kids who need sleep or those working in shifts.
And what is he allowed to do now? He's allowed to play here for half an hour without an amplifier.
We told him that. He said he just arrived.
Yes.
It seems like it, judging by how his box looks, but obviously he's packing his things after all.
For most street musicians, it's not worth playing without an amplifier. That's what they say. I can understand that too. That means they usually pack up and go somewhere else.
So, what do we have now?
We have a traffic accident. Apparently someone crashed their car into a parked vehicle. We'll document that now.
It's polite of him to mention it too.
Do you have your driver's license, a vehicle registration and identification card?
Just like before, I'm now trying to determine the owner here.
But he's not allowed to park here either, right?
Yes, that's basically correct. But a parked car can't cause a traffic accident.
Okay.
So from that point of view, he is definitely the main person responsible. We could also open a ticket for him, but that's unrelated to the accident. I just entered the license plate.
Wow, that's pretty technical. They don't have that in Berlin. Now you see, look.
I can see the owner's identity and address now. He also lives almost around the corner here. I would just go straight there and get him out.
The colleague told the gentleman that what happened to him could happen to anyone, which is pretty cool. Normally, an administrative offense results in a small fine. I'll let you off with a verbal warning this time. Please don't do it again, as it really can happen. That car is parked poorly, too. If you hit it going around the corner, many would likely just drive off. The young man called the police, sorted it out through insurance, which was exemplary.
We haven't reached the owner yet. I couldn't reach him. He's not at home. Then we'll just leave a little note on his car. The case number will be on it for future contact.
Where are we going now?
We're going to a call where a man reported that he and his daughter were insulted and threatened by a homeless woman, and he probably wants to press charges. So, we were called because apparently you insulted a man and his daughter here, and then you allegedly threatened them, saying you wanted to stab them. Yes, and well, that's what supposedly happened. That's why he called us. The whole thing constitutes a criminal offense, and that's why you are a suspect in a criminal case. You take your things and leave.
How was the conversation with the lady?
A little awkward, I would say.
Why?
I think she was heavily intoxicated, and I don't know if she's just generally slow on the uptake.
Okay.
Maybe also not so fluent in German. What did she do? She allegedly threatened the man and the child, saying she wanted to stab them.
Wow. Yes, but that was, well, it's definitely a threat. She was so drunk that she couldn't remember anything. She muttered something to herself, obviously drunk. You can't really assume she was being serious. Still, at first glance, that's a criminal offense. Of course, we'll record it. And she was also heavily intoxicated and refused to take a breathalyzer test.
And now she's on her way.
Her, yes.
Now she's been banned from this area and is on her way. Exactly.
She's supposed to, but yeah.
If I can pick up the lady now, but I have no idea what's there either.
That's a place where a lot of people live who show more noticeable behavior. And the place we're going to now, that's father and son, even though they're not actually related. They drink heavily during the day and frequently call the fire department, police, or both with minor, often baseless complaints.
Usually the door is open too. Police are here.
They are here quite often.
What's going on?
What's going on?
So where is your father? Well, father. Where is the other one?
I was out shopping.
Zack und.
He's drunk.
But is it possible that you also hit the other comrade? No, you're peaceful, aren't you?
Just like that, boom, and then...
No need to wave your hand here. Good.
I've got screws in my jaw.
Yes, the ambulance is on its way. The ambulance is coming to check on you soon.
Say ah, like at the dentist.
Everything's fine. Everything looks great.
If the pain persists tomorrow, visit the hospital. You can handle it.
So what was the situation then?
The man had consumed 2 bottles of vodka that day and was heavily intoxicated. He says a neighbor beat him. Which neighbor it is exactly is a big question. Now the ambulance wants to take another look at him since they're already here.
Okay.
But I don't think there are any injuries.
How often are you here?
Very often.
And always at his place?
To both of them, he's got a father who isn't actually his father, but he claims he is. And they keep calling us and the emergency services all the time and causing problems.
So they drink all day long?
Yes.
And in the evening?
Eventually, they experience pain, such as heart pain or another type. And every time we're here and every time we have to explain to them that we can't help them.
What do the building residents say? Do they have trouble with them?
No, actually,
The problem is that the whole building is pretty much the same here.
Maybe we'll return today.
Maybe we'll come back again. Exactly, that's right. Also kind of a helpless person.
Yeah. You can see it? The colleague is staggering, with his bag here on the right. So we have to say it's Thursday, 7:40 p.m. All right?
oh wow,
Is everything all right with you?
everything right? But what's going on? Yeah, do it like that. Where from? What's that? Polish? Russian? I don't know that language.
Would you like to tell us what happened?
No, okay. But here, what is this? Hello.
Do you want to sit down for a bit?
We have an older man here who is very drunk, unfortunately, probably also deaf or mute. And now we need to clarify how far it is to his home. Is he a danger to himself? He has a bit of blood on his hands. But he could have just fallen down. That's being clarified now. The colleagues are having him sit down for now because he's really staggering, and then we'll see how we proceed.
Sit down again. We're calling the ambulance. Come on.
How old's our friend here?
Sit down again.
They've been trying to communicate with the gentleman this whole time, but it's just really difficult. He seems drunk, just like the previous guy who, interestingly, lives right across the street. But he is too. I mean, he always wants to salute. And just now, when the paramedics arrived, it was the same. Yeah. Now he's dancing. He's just extremely drunk. They told him again that he should please go to bed, because honestly, he doesn't need an ambulance. He's not dangerous. He's just completely wasted. Someone fell down again. So the situation was actually settled. The gentleman was told to go home and everything, and in the first 2 meters, wow, he lost his balance and fell flat on his face. Now the gentleman is in the ambulance after all. What was the situation?
He just drank way too much again and wasn't able to walk on his own anymore. He also had bleeding wounds on his face and fingers. He had already fallen down several times. At first, we wanted to let him sit here. At first, it looked like he would manage, but then he didn't. Then we called an ambulance. Initially, they believed it wasn't the case for the hospital. But then he clarified to us that it was indeed something for the hospital. The two are taking him with them to sleep off his drunkenness and likely continue drinking tonight.
I really feel sorry, but the man fell flat on his face. So that was really the best proof he has to go with them. The shift is almost over now, but we're about to do another. In the United States, they call it a check-in. What do you call it when you bring someone in and they go to jail with you?
We don't really have a specific term for that.
Arrest.
Yes, arrest, taking into custody.
Yeah, then call it check-in. It's just like when you arrive at a hotel. Let's do a check-in now. I'll examine what getting arrested in Hamburg would be like.
"21, but what?"
The check-in process is postponed. We've just received another assignment.
Where exactly are you?
Holstenplatz, house number 11.
Yes, that's also... Just say where exactly?
As usual, you go in a bit before your shift ends to write everything down. Today, the colleagues didn't manage to do that, so we went in. We wanted to show the check-in. Meanwhile, we were told, no, you have to go. That's all I know right now.
Yes, I can hear you. Apparently there was just a drug deal at Holstenplatz, so dealing with narcotics. When the officers tried to check the individuals, they fled. But they've already been apprehended. But we'll provide support again. You should go stand against the wall back there, then I'll let you go. We'll do it soon. You'll be okay. The following substances were found: narcotics, crack, heroin. Where's your crack? Somewhere in your pocket, or where do you have it?
No, I don't have anything left.
What's the situation?
The situation is that we searched 2 people and then released them with a ban on staying here, as far as I know. That's right. And the last gentleman was checked in our system, and he has an outstanding arrest warrant for robbery from 3 years ago.
Wow!
And he will now be taken into pretrial detention.
So, someone has just been arrested who...
21 too.
We need Bjarne once.
All right, let's continue. Now we're moving on, because a male colleague is needed for a search.
You can take off your gloves again.
You don't need us anymore, thank you.
If we've got a quick 7 minutes now, can you explain to me what was going on with those 3 guys earlier?
So basically, as we briefly explained earlier, this is the Holstenplatz. This is a hotspot for narcotics here in Altona. Colleagues received a call about narcotics being dealt at the location. They identified 3 suspects who fled the scene. Then they stopped them, and during the identity check, they found out that one of them had an outstanding arrest warrant for an offense from 2 or 3 years ago, a robbery. That's why they took him with them now. He will be taken to the detention center. And at the same time, our plainclothes officers, who are also out and about, have found a person they know from various burglary offenses who keeps hanging around here. He will be checked now, as the bicycle with him might not be his. That has now been checked.
Everything okay?
It's not on the wanted list, but we can't confirm if it's his. So we're done here for now as well.
My dear ones, that's it for this story. We can't check in now because the colleague from earlier, who wasn't thrilled to see us, is currently being checked in. He was really rude, so we decided not to film it to keep things more relaxed. I need to visit Hamburg again. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll just come over on the weekend, like Friday or Saturday. I heard there's supposed to be a lot going on here, so let's see how Hamburg handles it. If you're from Hamburg and want to retrain as a police officer or join the police after school, check out the links in the video description. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. See you next time. Bye. This video shows burning vehicles in Berlin. The fire department is already doing a great job. They're putting out everything. We don't even know yet why they're burning and so on, but in the end, there are 4 of them. More remain behind them. This could escalate quickly.